Pirate boy.
We lost Groovy too. That's so weird.
Oh.
It's not very groovy.
No, it's not. We're back, I believe.
Well, I'm on an ad at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm in, but your screens are jacked.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna fix that in a
Oh,
second.
oh yeah, because no Groovy.
There we go.
Yep, that worked.
Okay. Sorry, everybody. We are back.
Adam's doubled up on. Yeah.
Yeah,
There
I
you
got
go.
it. We're back. Sorry about that. Okay, you guys partake in the Heroes Feast and peruse the history of the Dwergar as best you can from the Chronicle of the Legion. You have some places that you can head here within Mythfont. There's a hole that leads to a lower level where supposedly magical or strange artifacts have been discovered by Agranak. The way forward is somewhat open, but there are other spaces that you can't get to because of these plants. And down below, there are constructed defenders as well, as some kind of barriers that Agranek describes as invisible but impossible to get past. And I think that this is a good stopping point for tonight. And I also think that, as Adam so aptly pointed out during our break of consequence, it has been dictated so by technology, I believe.
Dang technology.
Why don't we do some favorite moments for tonight, and then we can pick this up next week. Commander, Stu, favorite Commander Gaz moment tonight?
Probably the bit with trying to basically go, okay, retreat now and we'll let you go, despite the language barrier.
Yeah, that's his go-to. Others?
Sitting there and being the tank like he's supposed to be.
Yes.
And then, oh, you took me down to just a little under half health? Fuck you all.
Yeah. Emmy says your AC is her favorite.
Yes.
Favorite moment is the
I also like the fact that when we were presented with the table, he wanted to be at the foot of the table, even though he's the commander.
Yes. What about for you, Dio? Favorite Sparks moment?
Looking forward for my mom's present, because she's still, the whole thing about the present for her is that she still feels bad for basically making her parents pay for the trip to Robert, and she wants to be able to send them something like, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
So-
I know she does. She wants to. Emmy said looking for gifts for your mom was her favorite.
Yes.
So pure. Anyone else? Favorite Sparks moments?
I like the mental image of Sparks dancing through the dancing illusions.
And then
Yep.
a crossbow.
I was gonna say I don't know if Sparks has any dance experience, but I'm going off of Dragonborn feat that it was not exactly elegant.
No.
I just don't think that the Dwergar really know what good dancing looks like, so...
I mean, I assume that their dancing is some sort of like lava flow adjacent river dance.
Yes.
I think they go into Morning King's Tome of Bones, but aside from war, The Dwerger have no culture, essentially.
According to that.
My mental image is that she was dancing, and it's more like an interpretive dancing because she has no experience with anything more social and outgoing. So probably was doing the robot or something like that.
So she was killing him with her sick moves. Alright.
Adam, favorite tricks moment?
Like using I've drawn a blank on the name. Armor of Agathis wrong.
No, you're using it right.
That's my favorite way to use it, which is to cast it on myself and just wander around, provoking opportunity attacks.
Well, it's not using it's wrong, it's just abusing the hell out of it.
Yeah.
There is a difference.
I really do sit there and question, would they attack someone?
I don't think I've used it on a particularly smart or not ragey enemy yet.
Yeah.
I think a smarter enemy would be like, no, you're covered in like a layer of ice that's radiating cold. I'm not going to hit that.
Yeah.
Well, and even then they might fall for it once, but after that once it would be like, okay, fool me once, shame on you.
Yeah, that and just generally I feel like I was having Trix be very sassy today.
Yeah, I really love his sassiness.
I like the lightning bolt. That helps.
It did surprisingly well on creatures that have advantage on saves.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
Armor of Agathis is a very abusive spell.
Yeah, it's made for warlocks because of how it scales and everything.
Yep.
It's so good.
It is so good.
I mean, the one drawback to Armor of Agathis is if it takes if they take a massive single hit, it's gone. But
Yeah, but still,
Handy for swarms, especially.
yes.
That's true.
Others favorite preacher moments, or
Tricks.
favorite tricks moments.
When he disguised himself as a preacher, apparently. But he had a few comments tonight that I laughed heartily at. I just can't remember off the top of my head.
In particular, the reason the Trix was a sassy pants tonight was because he suggested putting the coin in the painting and then everybody congratulated Sparks on it.
Oh, gotcha.
I love how sassy and sarcastic Trix is every time. He is
The reason why. I was like, I put my hands up like, I'm the one who said it! And it was like, good job, Sparks! I'm like...
God.
Well, she was the one that actually put the coin in.
It's true,
Because that's just 9/10 of the law.
God. Trix should be renamed for his sassiness.
Sass.
Captain Passive Aggressive.
Captain Sassy Pants. That's the name he went with?
Oh, God.
It's preacher time.
Yeah, it's preacher.
Yeah.
John, favorite preacher moment?
First time casting spiritual weapon and bang.
Crit right off the bat.
Yeah.
And drop the Warlord.
Yeah, you annihilated him. Was that 30 damage on that spell?
Yep.
27.
Something.
No, 27 was the roll. It was
To hit.
30 on the damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was 20 base and then 10
Yeah,
crit.
He maxed it. He maxed
Yeah,
it.
it was just gross.
And force damage
I-
at that.
I liked when Preacher just walked into the room and he's just like, oh, history. I got this. I just started arranging chairs before we were in there more than a couple of minutes.
yeah, that was basically it.
Crover history. This mob wheelhouse.
So,
Oh, Oregon.
your empirical history at this point.
Yeah.
Yes. One of my favorite moments was when Merwin was there and he's under having sassy comment of, well, some of us are good and
Or some more than others.
some more than others. and, and I can imagine Sparks just like whistling in her head, just like, la, la, la. It wasn't for me, la la la.
He's like, I made this place to store these weapons in hopes they would never be used. And Trix is like, I'm offended on behalf of the weapons.
For me, it was Preacher's realization of, okay, why did we put that on Igranak again?
Yeah.
Realizing the flaw in that particular strategy.
I will say for me, my favorite moment as a DM was playing essentially a hologram that wasn't actually interacting with you, but you guys kept talking to it like it was, and never actually being sure if it was interacting with you or not. But I'm like, this thing is not interactive. It's just gonna keep saying whatever it was programmed to say.
I think we were reasonably sure it wasn't interactive, but still treated as though it were.
Yes.
I definitively asked it a question. I said, or are you just a programmed illusion? And
Yeah.
it just kept going. And in my head, I went, okay. And I just stopped talking to it. But everyone else kept asking it questions. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
yeah.
I enjoyed that. Yep.
My favorite had to be after Agronak jumped down the hole and describing the situation from his perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just worried. I'm just worried. Then our group's just gonna get to the point that we're gonna break something serious, and Merwin's just come in here and just be like, "What did you guys just do?" Like
The stern parent.
Yeah.
Hey, he's got plenty of babysitters set up. No, you can't have the sword, but I want to run around the halls with it.
Oh, here's an orb of Dragonkind. Can I take this out to deal with the? No.
What do you guys think of Mythfont so far?
Definitely engaging.
Yes.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm waiting for the cells in which Oscar and Piper are stuck because Andal didn't want to deal with them and just put them in the cells.
I don't think he would do that. He's too altruistic for that.
I look forward to when the map is done, but I realize that it is a massive, massive undertaking.
It is, and I'm building it in sections, so I will have the most important parts available. But I mean, now you've have access to a lower level, but there are.
Here's my thing. Is the final thing going to be like? There's going to be 2 weeks of all your groups just being nothing but Mythfont because we're all in there at the same time.
There might be. We'll see. People are getting closer.
Crossover streams.
Yes, those are probably going to happen eventually because there are people getting closer and closer to accessing it. It's fun having an interconnected world, but it's also kind of like
Hectic.
But
Well,
hey, it's been 6 months and only 2 groups have ever explored any part of Mythfont, so I would say that's that's a successful long-term seed. Yeah, we'll see how things go. Yeah, you're only in the first part of Mythfont. I don't know how else to say it.
So I'm curious, Mark. If one were to put we would get a percentage bar in terms of hit achievement explore Mythfont. Out of 100%, we're at like what, 2?
None.
I can tell you. I'll give you an idea. Let's let me calculate this out.
It's like downloading a picture back in the dial-up era. You know, we're 1% of the way there, only 2 hours more.
I hope nobody calls me. That wasn't the problem. The problem was someone having to make a call.
Yep.
Myth font can be broken up into roughly, I don't know, like 8 sections, and you've explored like 25% of the first one.
Oh, that's actually not too awful.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Still daunting, but less so.
Yeah. You've explored about 25%, I think, of the first of 8 different regions of this dungeon.
And the good stuff's in the 8th part.
Oh, there's all kinds of things down here. There's all kinds of things.
Come
All
down here.
kinds of
Join us
things.
down here. You'll float too.
Yeah. All right,
No.
guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I hope those of you who watched
Yes.
enjoyed it. Emmy, we can talk about you jumping in and then being a part of, in some way, shape, or form, maybe taking over one of the NPCs temporarily while they're stuck down there. This way you're not stuck waiting. Anyway, this has been A Company of Fools. Hopefully next week I'll have the map and we can have a bit longer of an adventure. I would enjoy that. And
Yeah.
and yeah, let's.
Well, I don't know if I can speak for anybody else, but that's actually a day where I could potentially start early if you were interested. Because I'm on vacation.
Ooh, good for you.
Nice.
Yeah.
I know Stu has.
Yeah, that was
you could.
last week for me.
What's that?
My vacation was last week.
Ah, nice.
No,
Recharged the batteries before the holiday rush.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm taking mine before the school semester ends because then we go in project mode, and that's actually busier than when the kids are there.
Yeah. I remember being a part of the post office during the holiday season. It was hell.
Oh,
It was
yep.
hell.
God, that sounds terrible. My friend just started working for the post office, and they're going into their first holiday.
Oh,
that
lovely.
poor
Yeah,
person.
You get hammered, even in the
I-
smaller offices.
Not next week, but the week after that, I'm starting my break because no students, no need to cook food
Right.
but
so you're on
I'm-
furlough.
for 2 whole months.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of them are shutting down for COVID and all that.
Yep.
Well, they should-
Yeah, we're supposed to be on campus, but I don't know how that's going to work since we're spiking pretty hard in PA.
Yeah. We
but
are.
no, they also shortened the semester from what we usually did because typically we'd be off for Thanksgiving and then we'd go back for 3 more weeks and then
Well, rather than have a full semester, they did 2 summer style semesters where kids took 2 classes in the span of one shortened semester by like a week.
Wow.
So it was 2 5-week courses instead of a full 11-week semester. So the students have also been slammed. It's been rough for them.
I'm sure that has. Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I did roll the intelligence check on Foundry, and the total is 15 for
15?
the gunpowder. Yeah,
Ah.
for the gunpowder.
Okay. You will. Yeah. I will say that is enough that you can start replicating gunpowder.
keep in mind though, saltpeter production is a time-consuming process.
Yes. It will take time. Time and money now to create gunpowder. Not now that you have the knowledge to do so. Okay, everyone. Well, it's been fun. And we'll see you next Monday. Have a good night.
Good
All
night.
right.
Probably still
Night.
a raid, so stick around.